So, welcome back. Clint Hanson, champion for the last 2 years, still going strong. He's at the table. He's playing Cumbria's John Dunn from the Red River Club. Once again, streaming to YouTube as well as Facebook. Did it say race to 3? Unbelievable. I'll sort it out. Thanks for that. That's why I needed to go and get some glasses. And the shop was shut, not open till 10. But I knew the other match was finishing, so we'll get there. I'm sure I pressed 5. Small like it. Blind as a bat without my glasses. Oh, he is, isn't he? I don't know, he just reminds me of somebody from the Red River. I don't know why. But yes, thanks Mike. He is one of the Merseyside county players. Had many a battle against them over the last couple of years. Well, not over the last couple of years, I haven't played for 2 years, but just prior to that, when they was at JJ's. So just a little bit cagey. This second frame, that's the way the balls are broken. If you don't break nice and open, you're always going to potentially get a bit of a fudging game. Lee Briscoe's gone through against Tony Pitts. 5 frames to 2. James Jackson beat Matt Brearley. 5 frames. 1 Trying to find it again, I've just moved it. 5 frames to 2. Dennis Horan and Andy Wilson. It's now 3-all. As is Danny Butler and Gavin Simpson-Allen and Barry Finnan and Rob Sim. All 3-all. Wayne Dutton's trailing 3 frames to 2 to Gareth Hibbert. Wayne's a big World Rules player. I think he's from Wigan White. As was Gareth Hibbert. Obviously Gareth's playing a lot of black ball, but he still plays in World Rules comps. So I doubt them two will be rushing. Last 16 matches. Progress at the moment is Peter Martin's 3-2 up against Alan McLeod. That started first thing this morning actually. Gastroids 2-1 up against Steve Whittaker. And Connor Jones off, and Dad's not long since started. Gastroids are now 3-1 up. And Connor Jones 1-0 up against Arf and Dad.
Well, that's when we won it. 96 was when we got to quarters and we got beat by Appleton. Oh, yeah. They played in every match. Yeah, but the thing is... And they did win the thing. The thing is, did someone not turn up? Yeah. Who was it? It was me. Chris Brooks. Me, Nick Hughes and Chris Brooks. It was Stuart Rafford didn't turn up. Stuart Rafford didn't turn up. I thought Stuart Rafford didn't turn up. I thought it was Stuart and Chris. Stuart and Chris were playing here. I remember got me 5-4, didn't he? Yeah. I remember watching it. Yeah, Chris had a double to win. We were 4-3 up. Chris had a double to win. Yeah, and then we lost 5-4. And we lost the last 2 frames. I thought it was Chris. Stuart Rafford didn't turn up. No, we went down in Stuart's car. Stuart went? Went in Stuart's car. Stuart didn't turn up. Yeah, you're getting mixed up. In 97, Stuart was in the car. I wasn't. You travelling me, didn't you? If you remember, in 97, the time we won. That's why I got That's why I changed it in that one. Oh, no, it wasn't that. No, Stuart couldn't make it. Stuart made it in 96, but he didn't in
Yeah, sorry Neil. It's only because of the music on in the background. I have to keep turning it off every now and again, otherwise I will get copyrighted, and we know what happens. We get turned off. So that's the only reason. There's no other way around it. Not so bad if I'm talking. You can't really hear it that much, but I've just been talking to Jason Hill behind me. I can't talk like he can. If I could, there'd be no problem. But that's the one. That's the reason why. So it will go off every now and again, unfortunately. And I can't hear the music through the headphones. Obviously, if I've got the phone and I'm listening to the phone, you can hear it a little bit more. But I can't actually tell how much the music is coming through. Got away with it yesterday. And it was a bit lower. It's gone up a little bit. Once it gets busier, a bit later on, when all the teams start coming in, then it'll be a bit easier. But unfortunately, even if you pay your performing rights, they still turn you off Facebook. So 2-0, Clint Hansen. So I'll just go through a few more of the scores that's in progress at the moment. Danny Butler, Gav Simpson-Allen 3-all. Barry Finnan is now trailing 4 frames to 3 against Rob Sim. Gareth Hibbert 4 frames to 2 up against Wayne Dutton. Al McLeod and Peter Martin are now 3-all. Gaz Royds 3-2 up against Steve Whittaker. And Connor Jones took the first frame against Half and Dad. Dennis Aran and Andy Wilson there, still 3-all. We do have an empty table, but we're waiting for games to finish, so there's only 8 matches in progress at the minute.
Next match on table 3, Gareth Hibbert, Adam Chorley, table 3.
Thanks, Neil. We are streaming to, or I am anyway, to YouTube as well if you want to watch it on the smart tellies. Full HD. Although the pictures are far better on a mobile or tablet. The screen resolution is much better than what a TV is. And thanks to those that have shared. If you want to share it, just click that button, bottom left hand side of the chat. Be much appreciated. Especially when we've got decent players like this. Clint Hansen, for those of you that don't know, has won the singles event here for the last 2 years. He's going to find it tough going this year though. There's a lot of good players still left in. Gareth Hibbert, Arthur Dad, Connor Jones, Cass Royds, Rob Sim and Barry Finnan, Dennis Horan, Andy Wilson, all in with a shout still. Dave McNamara, we saw winning before, beating Dylan Mitchell. 2 very good players there. One of them had to go. I don't know why I've got that on the bottom of the scoreboard. Toss my head in. I can't see.
Steve, come on.
I bet Stevie will go back.
Yes. Still going, isn't it? No, to be fair, they're not as bad as I
had
thought.
one mistake actually because
Oh,
okay. It does hold me.
to be fair, mate, I thought he was, yeah, he's not as bad as I thought.
The right stuff.
Yeah, because one of the Paul Slaters, was it?
Small piles over there. He's 3 now.
I texted Tony, he said I'd done my first house and never again. Stone. Singles, I think.
3, yeah.
It's more like it. It is 3-0 to Clint. Yeah, I just took the scoreboard off while I changed it because it had got John Dunn versus Clint Hensler on the bottom as well, instead of the St Helens Open individuals. You don't need telling twice what it is. This is the last 16 match. As are these. Alan McLeod, who's trailing 4 frames to 3 against Peter Martin. Gaz Roy, Steve Whittaker, 3-all. Half and Dad's 2-1 up against Connor Jones. And Adam Chorley and Gaz Everett have just started. They're the last 16 games. These last 32 coming towards a conclusion. Dennis Horan is 4-3 up against Andy Wilson, as is Danny Butler.
Next match on table 7, Rob Sim versus Lee Briscoe, table 7.
Danny Butler against Gavin Simpson-Allen. He's 4-3 up as well as Danny. Rob Sim, Lee Briscoe just been called out. So Rob obviously just beat Barry Finnan. A 5-3. Good morning. Well, so it's probably afternoon over there in South Africa. Nice to see you tuned in, Leon. Cheering on Clint. Well, he is the reigning champion and has been for the last 2 years.
Rightly so. Rightly so. To me, I'm not talking for him, like, in the, it's like all this, this handicap, all these handicaps, and all these categories, it all starts in ultimately, right, say if I'm a cat 4 player, or a cat 1 player, and I decide to play with or multiple rating, you know what I mean? You've got the decision to make, you're not going to turn down cat 4 players saying, Dave, I'll play your Flanders. If they're stupid, they can still play money matches. Cat 4, if you think you're a cat 4 star player, you just choose the right game, don't you? So to speak. The thing is, I don't mind having handicap comp and, low end comp. I don't mind it. And we started doing this, and it worked well. The thing is, it's gone too far now. It's like every single comp. You can't pay me because you're too good. Every single comp, it's gone totally the other way. I don't mind the odd comp once a year in your local saying, all right, in League Cup can't enter this comp. You know what I mean? Yeah. All these top players. Yeah, that's all right. When you look at players and you think, I am better than them, and they're winning £800, £1,000 cost. But some top players, they've been won £800, and the miles better than guys that win it. And you think, you're being discriminated against for being good. Just putting all them hours in when you're at top kids, playing all the time. You're being discriminated. And it's gone too far. People say, well, we don't get the numbers. We did get the numbers. The reason why
Next match on table 5, Dennis Horan and Dave McNamara, table 5.
So 3-1 it is. Well, he's looking good here. Put himself on the hill. They are short races. It is a bit brutal. But you've still got to do the business. Every game. There's no second chances. So to actually win a comp like this is good going. To win it twice on the trot. Well, just shows you how special this lad is. And it's nice to see the amount of top players that are here this weekend come down for what you would normally, consider to be, just a run-of-the-mill competition, but it's created such a buzz over the last couple of years. I started streaming it last year for Tony. Yes, he's been asking me for years and years, but I'm saying years and years, for about 2 or 3 years now, but it was world rules before and I wouldn't do it, but decided to change that, and I'm glad now they've lifted the banning policy, a ridiculous thing to have in place. And you just look at the UK tour now, and the players that have entered that. There's quite a few religious black ball players playing on that tour now, which is a good thing for pool all round. So John Dunn now needs to win the next 4 frames. He's gone for the not so much cut break, but he's caught the lead ball there, but he's gone off the edge of the lead ball. It looked like he'd gone off the edge of it. I'll just look at the replay. I don't think he contacted the yellow. No, he did catch the red, the lead ball. So just in case, I'll just tell you before I turn it off, I will be turning the mic off every now and again, just so I don't get copyrighted. The music is getting a bit, well, it's not loud, but I can hear it, so I'm not too sure how much you can hear, but I don't want to get turned off by Facebook. YouTube will be fine, but Facebook does turn you off now and again. So when I give my jaws a rest, I'll give the microphone, I'll just flick it off for a minute or so. Behave yourself, Steve. All I ask the people that are tuned in and the chats, just to be respectful. I don't allow any swearing on the chats at all. I like to keep an happy ship. We do have children watching as well. Well, that's a bit of a loose one there from Clint, not like him. Obviously he's trying to develop that cluster there on the left hand side. Took his eye off the pot. Adam Chorley is now 2-1 up against Gareth Ibbott. I think that's going to change again in a minute. They're just racking the balls up. You can't see them. They're just 2 tables down at the moment. Danny Butler is 4-all against Gavin Simpson-Allen. That's gone to a decider. That's the last of the last 32. Winner of that plays James Jackson. We've already started one of the quarterfinals. Peter Martin versus Gaz Royds. So I think it's time to start looking to see who we'll have on stream next. Possibly could be James Jackson and the winner of Danny Butler, Gavin Simpson-Allen. I'm not too sure. All the other games in progress. Half and Dad's already through. He beat Connor Jones 5-2. Peter Martin, Gaz Royce, as I said, are playing now. Dennis O'Ran came to his match. He's playing Dave McNamara now. May well, I don't know, because it's either that or wait, so we may well end up with Clint back on stream against Half and Dad. That is going to be some game. We are waiting for games to finish otherwise, so I'll just have a quick word. So it's confirmed. I think Clint is going to be back on here straight after, because it's going to be a tasty game. He will be playing, as long as he comes through this, that is, Arf and Dad. That'll be about, 3 or 4 minutes after this one's finished. It won't be that long. We're just waiting for other games to finish now. That's probably the only reason why Clint's going straight back on, and Arthur will be his third time. Well played, Clint Anderson. Unlucky to John Dunn. I'll be back in a few minutes' time with Clint again against Arf and Dad in the quarter-final match.